Hello YouTube, in this video I will create animation, cut a cucumber, push a button and fabricate parts. So in previous videos I fabricated drawer system, all the additional electrics. I have also mounted 270 awning, solar panels, installed additional fuel tank, and now I only need some sort of hot water installation. Basic Wagon cabin heat circuit consists of three parts: 12-volt coolant pump with electrical connector at top, cabin valve that adjusts amount of coolant flow, and it is mechanically regulated from central dashboard console. This valve has electrical switch that turns off pump when you set the lowest temperature and turns it on when higher temperature is selected. Third is heat exchanger that is very secretly and deeply hidden inside air blower unit. Hot engine coolant goes first through pump, then through adjustment valve, cabin heat exchanger and back to engine. To make my hot water installation work, I am going to add additional heat exchanger and thermostatic valve. So exactly like before, hot coolant will come from engine through 12-volt factory pump, then through additional water to water heat exchanger, then through factory adjustment valve, cabin heat exchanger, and then back to engine, making both heat exchangers hot. Cold water from additional water tank will be pressurized with 12-volt additional water pump to heat exchanger and via T-fitting to thermostatic valve as well. Thermostatic valve will receive both hot and cold water at the same time, and it is going to mix it into desired temperature like less than 42 degrees Celsius, and then it is going to be directed into my shower. Second functionality of my installation is that I can preheat all water in tank. In order to do that, I need to open additional valve, turn on water pump and circulate all water during driving and have it ready for end of the day. In my previous video, which I named OM606 oil leaks, I foreseen this hot water installation and I already mounted additional heat exchanger very close to cabin engine coolant circulation pump. I used pieces of factory Mercedes hoses that have all these crazy angles, and all that plumbing can be very neat. This heat exchanger is made out of stainless steel and has 25 layers, which is going to be more than enough. Also take a look that fluid flow inside this heat exchanger is opposite to each other. I also installed new thermostatic mixing valve close to heat exchanger, so everything is connected and ready under the bonnet. Inside the cabin I made aluminum mount for tank and I painted obviously everything black. There are three connections to tank, like water feed, hot water return and air vent, that will be directed outside through floor, so that if anything goes wrong I am not going to end up with water inside cabin. 60 liters of water is not very much, but should be enough. I'm not going to drink that water. This is going to be technical water only, like for shower or dishwashing. So I am not going to install any purification devices. There are some disadvantages for sure of this solution, but at least my installation is going to be simple and I'm not going to rely on electrics to heat the water. After I went for a drive, I had hot engine coolant and I could play with new installation for a while. Nice and hot. And even though engine is off, the factory cabin circuit coolant is working right now, and it's circulating hot coolant around this primary circuit, and this secondary circuit is now hot. So to be honest, this is super satisfying, having hot water, so nice. But I'm afraid that 60 liters may be too less, having hot water. So to summarize, I can have cold water instantly just by turning on my additional water pump. I can have hot water when engine coolant is hot and factory coolant pump is on, and I can have hot water after preheating it during driving. I very much like idea of that hot water installation, and having it is very satisfying as well. I like how this project came out in engine compartment. This thermostatic valve and additional heat exchanger are working great. I also very much like hose installation, electrical installation and rear shower connection. I'm not the biggest fan of that plastic water tank inside the cabin that I tempt myself to buy, but I put some effort to install it and I will keep it for now and test it. If I like it, I will add water inlet through these Gulf wings that are on my to-do list for somewhere in the future. For now, I will fill it up with basic tools. If I don't like it, I will consider making my own aluminum tank under left side of body and keep water away from inside of the cabin, which sounds like a very fun aluminum welding project.